Welcome to Believers IS Academy. So today we will be discussing a most important chapter, that is biochar. Okay, now what is this biochar? Okay, first we'll understand, before understanding this, we'll understand what is this smoke. So as you know, after agriculture, after producing the crops, so what farmer do is the residue of the crops. Okay, we can say after producing the crops, what they do, these residue are basically burned. If you take the example of this, whenever during the winter season, we often see that there will be pollution in Delhi. Why? Because of stubble burning, right? This stubble burning, what we can do is, see, basically it's from Punjab, right? We all know. Punjab, Haryana and UP. So these farmers, what they do, after producing their crops, what they do is, they basically, instead of make using of this residue, they burn it, okay, in order to make land fertile for next cropping season. So that is the reason this residue will cause basically greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Okay, so now what we can do with this basically residue or the waste of agricultural waste, what we can do is, we, instead of releasing burning them and releasing in the atmosphere, what we can do is, we can prepare something called as biochar. Okay, now what is this biochar? Okay, the first thing is, just imagine if we burn this 500 million agricultural waste annually, what will happen to our ecosystem? Okay, and in that 20 million tons of paddy, especially I told you, burn in Haryana and Punjab alone. They alone burn 20 million agricultural waste. This resulted in devastating paradox where the waste would be very harmful for our environment. Okay, so in this regard, as I told you, we move to something called as biochar. Okay, this biochar. Now, what is this biochar? Okay, so what we'll do is, basically this agricultural waste, okay, this agricultural waste, or even we can say the urban waste. Okay, what we can do is, these waste are heated in where there is oxygen, low oxygen. In low oxygen area, when we burn this agricultural or urban waste, we will get a black color substance. Okay, a black colored substance. We will get this black color substance after heating this agricultural waste or urban waste. Okay, in urban areas also, we will create some sewage waters. Okay, so these kinds of things are there. Urban waste, even these two waste are heated under low oxygen level. When there is no oxygen level, we get a substance called as black color substance. This black color substance is what we call as biochar. Understood? So now, what is the uses of this biochar? Okay, after now we have created this biochar using these wastes. Now, what is the use of it? Okay, let's understand this one by one. One is soil fertility, which means it will actually enhance the productivity of the soil. Okay, this is the first and foremost thing, where through enhancing what it will do, the water holding capacity of the soil will be increased. Okay, the water holding capacity of the soil will increase, where it is helpful during drought prone region. Where it is drought prone region, there it is helpful. Say for example, this year we are facing, as we had discussed, El Nino year. Okay, when we have El Nino year, we can use this biochar. Okay, since this biochar is contained mainly of carbon, which is very much necessary for growth of agriculture, right? This carbon is very much necessary for growth of agriculture. So that is the reason. So if we don't capture this carbon, it will be released. It will be moved to atmosphere. which causes climate, which means global warming, and ultimately it will cause climate change. So coming back to this soil fertility, around 10 to 25% reduction in irrigation dependency in drought prone area. This is what we can do. And even yield also 30%, maximum 30% yield can be increased when we use this biochar as a substance. Okay, this is second thing. Next, microbial heaven, which means it is very conducive for growth of our microorganisms as well. Okay, and basically these biochar will have pores, which helps in percolation of water as well. Okay, and this is also one of the main important use of this biochar. Okay, now if you see in especially in Maharashtra and Kerala. Okay, here in Maharashtra or Kerala, so basically what happened is, here we have which kind of soil in Maharashtra and Kerala. In Maharashtra basically we have black soil, right? Black soil. In Maharashtra we have black soil, and in Kerala we have red soil. Okay, when this biochar was introduced in these areas, okay, from maize start significantly boosted the agriculture soil organic urban carbon in Ankola district, which became the model. Okay, Ankola district basically what? It's a semi-arid region. When biochar was introduced there, automatically the productivity of this drought-prone area had increased. Okay, next is Kerala. In Kerala also we used in coconut leaf stacks. Biochar improved the soil quality and across diverse cropping system in tropical settings also. So we can see this, even we can use this during our, in order to fight basically what? Climate change. Adaptability of agriculture due to climate change. We can give this example as one of the reason. Okay, this is one of the main important points regarding its productivity and its actually experimental use in some of the regions. Okay, next we'll come to what is empowerment. Empowerment of rural. How does it empowerment? By introducing only one biochar, how the agricultural economy will be developed. First thing is, it is low cost economics. Low cost economics. Why we call it as low cost economics? Because waste are already generated. We are not putting extra cost there to generate waste, specifically to generate waste. Okay, whatever is produced and whatever the waste is getting from that produced, we are using that. Okay, we are using already readily available farm waste and reduce dependency on expensive synthetic fertilizers. Okay, and it will also cut input cost of small farmers, which will enhance their ability to do agriculture. Okay, next is circular economy. Now, what is this circular economy? Basically, we are getting what, in circular economy, what do we deal with? Basically, whatever the waste we are getting, we are making this as this waste into waste to energy. Okay, we are not wasting anything, we are making this waste to energy process. Okay, this is next thing. And climate resilience. As I told you earlier, where there is a very shortfall of rainfall or even the drought areas, this biochar will be much more enhancing. That is why biochar is basically called black gold of India. Okay, it can be considered to be a black gold of India. Okay, next is the pathway, the path forward, which means scaling. One is policy, which means we have to give much more importance and much more funding for, especially funding for what? For this circular economy because of burning. So if you know the IIT Kharagpur has basically established an low cost burning of this biomass. Okay, they have established a low cost burning of this biomass, and this is what we call as Kisan Kill Initiative. What is this Kisan Kill Initiative? Basically, it's a low cost machine where you can dump your waste and this biochar will be automatically created. It is created by which organization? It is which institute? It is Institute of IIT Kharagpur. Sorry, IIT Kharagpur has developed this. Next thing is practice. Adopt waste to resource feeding method. So basically, since farmers are hesitant to adopt these new technologies, we have to make them adopt this technology which is very ecologically beneficial for them. We have to make them understand the ecological benefit of this biochar and also make them practice this in their agricultural fields. Okay, the movement. Okay, build a national regenerative coalition like US has done. We also have to make this a national policy or a national program. Okay, this is one of the main important thing. Now we have understood what is biochar, how biochar is made, what are the uses, why we have to make this biochar, because of pollution which is created due to agricultural waste and even the urban waste. Okay, through this we can produce something called as biochar where it captures carbon also. Okay, after capturing carbon, it is released in the soil, which is helpful for the soil, especially in which areas where there are drought areas and where the regions have when the regions have very less rainfall. Okay, so by doing this, even the rural economy will also increase because we are creating jobs, we are creating circular kind of economics. Okay, economy is being created in rural areas. Okay, like this beneficiary is much more for the farmers in order to fight this climate change. Okay, that is the reason why we call biochar as a black gold. Okay, I hope you have understood this topic. Thank you so much.